Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big Fun Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 122 of winning a national title with every team in the game. If you guys missed any of the episodes, up in the right-hand corner will be a playlist from episode 1 to 122. Of course, if you guys want to see a team that we have not done before, we only got about 12 left. Only 12 to go, and these are the teams that we have yet to do, and they're all pretty decent teams as well. I mean, Oklahoma, Penn State, TCU, but new episode means new teams, so let's spin the wheel. And the team that we are going to do, are we going to be finishing the SEC? No, we are going to be finishing the MAC. We're going to go to Kent State here in this one. So Kent State is, I believe, the last MAC team that we have yet to do. That would be correct, because Western Michigan was a couple episodes ago. Kent State is a 75. They're about middle of the road for the MAC, and they're a one-star school. I feel like we can have some good seasons here with them, hopefully. We are a tactician head coach, but they have not been good in the last couple of years. So hopefully we can turn them around. What in the world was that? I don't even know what that pop-up was. What do you mean we can't save the data? I can save the data. I've got stuff here. I don't know what was going on. Anyways, coaching abilities, we do have Master Motivator. We need to upgrade that to get our training boost. And, of course, we do have Tactician as well. And we also have Architect, mostly for quarterback and wide receiver. Our offensive coordinator does have Motivator, but doesn't have any boost-wise, and does have Scheme Guru. So more than likely we're going to have him go. And our defensive coordinator will stay. He does have Elite Recruiter, mostly for the defense. That's good. And Motivator as well. But he doesn't have anything for boost-wise. So our offensive coordinator is probably going to get fired. Just so we can have like maybe a recruiter and tactician, just because we don't have recruiter mostly for the offensive wise. What do you mean we can't? I literally can save it, man. What are you talking about? Anyways, roster wise, we do have an 82 overall senior wide receiver. Quarterback, we have a 78 overall. It's not terrible. Halfback is an 80. Wide receiver, again, 82. He's a sophomore, so he'll be with us hopefully for a while. We are going to be missing our next 4 or 5 out of the next 6 receivers. So that's not great, so we're definitely going to need that. Offensive line needs depth and progression. D-line, same thing. Linebackers is a need. Corners is a need. We don't need safeties. We got safeties all pretty much settled in stone, and we do not need a kicker or punter in this season. But anywho, I'm going to go figure out why my Xbox is being weird, but anywho, I will go ahead and see you guys at the end of season 1 here with Kent State. So here we are at the end of season number 1 here with Kent State. We go 5-7 here on the season. Unfortunately, it is under 500, but we won our first 2 games and then lost the next 2, and then won 1, lost 5 in a row before beating Akron and Buffalo to end out the season. You know, we just got to win one of those. Oh, that one hurt, but yeah, 42-0 definitely hurt, but 20-14 definitely had a chance to win. But all in all, we did fire our offensive coordinator like we said we were going to, and we're going to be looking for someone with recruiter and then I believe tactician, or is it the other way around? It's recruiter and motivation. But we got a lot of people wanting to transfer out, which is not going to be very good. But Shadur Sanders wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,700 yards, 33 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions for the Colorado quarterback, so good for him. And, of course, we'll check our staff here. This guy is recruiter and motivation, so it is recruiter tactician for our offensive coordinator. That's what we're hoping to find here. Maybe even just go after this guy. Go after everything, but maybe there is someone better that has everything unlocked already. Be very surprised if he actually goes to be our OC, but we can go ahead and try to get Jack Moon, hopefully. But this one is going to be a little bit different. This one will be a week-by-week basis until we do sign an offensive coordinator. Hopefully that is this week. But yeah, we got a lot of people wanting to transfer out. 10 total people there. We have 8 total people, and that's 9. Or no, that's not math. That's 19 players wanting to transfer out. We would have got 20 players that we need to sign anyways. So we do get the recruiter. All right, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. So now we're just going to go ahead and simulate to the end of season recap here and see who wins it all in season number 1. Usually it is a top team, usually like Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, Notre Dame. Usually wins it all in season 1. Coach prestige does go down, and pro potential goes down, but conference prestige improves. But athletic facilities goes down. So we kind of went up and down in a lot of places, but still a lot of people wanted to transfer out. And Oregon wins it all here in season 1 over Boston College. Oregon went undefeated, yet we're second in the nation at 16-0. Boston College was also undefeated and both teams were undefeated in the national championship. I think it's the first time I've ever seen 2 teams that were undefeated go into the national championship game. But Liberty, Oklahoma State, Boston College, Georgia, and Oregon were the automatic qualifiers, with Florida State, Colorado, NC State, Notre Dame, Louisville, and Michigan, Texas A&M as the at-large bids. That's going to end season 1. Is on to season 2 here with Kent State. And here we are in season number 2 here with Kent State. We go 4-8 on the season. Another unfortunate season. We beat FCS to start the year, then lost 3 in a row. We then beat Toledo. Then we lost 6 in a row before winning the final 2 games of the season against a 4-8 Central Michigan and a 1-11 Buffalo. So unfortunately, the season just hasn't really gone our way just yet. Hopefully in the next couple years that we can be a little bit better and see how it goes from there wise. But because right now we are 79 overall, we still are not very good. But Cade Klubnik wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,600 yards, 40 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. And yeah, of course, we're not getting a bowl game, so we're just going to go ahead and simulate to the end of season recap here and see how everything goes in season 2 in this Kent State simulation. So far, not looking good here for Kent State, but we can still be a little bit better in the next couple seasons and hopefully coach prestige goes down to a D+. A lot of people want to transfer out. Pro potential's up to a D+, but coach stability's down to a C-. But yeah, still a lot of people want to transfer out. Hopefully we can fix that in the next coming years. And Oregon wins it all here in season 2, 45-9, with UL Monroe. Why couldn't I get that the last episode? UAB, Clemson, Texas Tech, and Penn State as the automatic qualifiers, with Oregon, Wake Forest, Miami, Texas A&M, Michigan, and Alabama, Tennessee as the at-large bids. So that is going to end season number 2. It is on to season 3 here with Kent State. And here we are in season number 3 here with Kent State. We go 5-7 on the season. A little better than last year, but again, we haven't reached a 500 season. We actually beat Texas Tech to start the year, and I'm pretty sure they were ranked, but they ended up going 3-9, so I don't know. We lost 2 in a row to Kennesaw State and Ohio State. Beat FCS, then lost 3 in a row, then beat Miami of Ohio, and then win, loss, win. End out the season. So 5-7 on the season is again better than last year, but still looking for an over 500 season for the first time here with Kent State. It's going to be a while, but coach prestige is low. Everything else is low wise, so we'll have to see who wins the Heisman Trophy, and if we win any awards. I'm not expecting to because we just went 5-7. 80 overall will probably be a 5-7 record at this point. But Julian Sayin wins the Heisman Trophy, 4,000 yards. He was 1 yard off, 42 touchdowns, 5 interceptions for the sophomore quarterback. And of course, we don't get any awards or anything like that. So we're just going to go ahead and simulate to the end of season recap and see how everything goes in the college football playoff here in season 3. So far, we haven't had a repeat winner. So there is that. But we're looking for hopefully a lot better season from us next year. Coach stability is now an A. It's the only thing that's probably an A right now. But yeah, coach proceeds a D+, along with Kansas State, Georgia Southern, Coastal, Miami, Ohio, and UCLA. Not good. We still don't have a repeat winner because Tennessee beats Miami 31-27 with UTSA. Why are all the ones that I used, or teams that we have done the last couple episodes, are finally making it like seasons before we never made it? Ohio, Cal, Georgia, and Ohio State with the automatic qualifiers, with Cal being number 1 and Ohio being number 9. With Miami, UCF, Washington, NC State, Florida, Nebraska, and Tennessee as the at-large bids. So we'll end season 3, and it's on to season 4 here with Kent State. And here we are in season number 4 here with Kent State. We go 6-6, finally a 500 season here with Kent State. It only took us getting to 85 overall, but we lost our first 2 games against Vanderbilt and Georgia State, both by a total of 7 points combined. And then we won 3 in a row. Lost 1, won 1, lost 3, and then won 2 to end the season, going 6-6 on the season. So at least it is, a 500 season. We're not making the MAC Conference Championship, but hopefully we can be a little bit better. We do have 2 people wanting to transfer out, which is a little unfortunate, but we do get the Week 16, so we got to go one more week here and see if we do potentially get a bowl game, and go from there. We do go down to an 84 after all the boosts go away, so that's probably our 2 overall. Jake wins the Heisman Trophy. I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. I would butcher it so bad. 3,900 yards, 43 touchdowns, 9 interceptions on the season, so congrats to him. And we're playing Washington in the Detroit Bowl. So it is a bowl game. Unfortunately, it's against a very good Washington team, so it's probably going to be 6-7. But hey, we had a 500 season to the bowl game. I'm just saying. But we're going to go ahead, advance the in-season recap here, and see what happens for this. Yeah, we did lose. We are 6-7. Pro potential improves. Coach prestige even improves. So we only got 2 people wanting to transfer out. So that's very, very nice. And TCU defeats Clemson 38-31. With Middle Tennessee ranked at 22nd. Clemson, Arkansas, TCU, and Nebraska as the automatic qualifiers. With Tennessee, Ole Miss, Oregon, Cincinnati, Ohio State, and Rutgers, Iowa State as the at-large bids. So that's going to end Season 4. It is on to Season 5 here with Kent State. And here we are in Season number 5 here with Kent State, and we go 11-1 here on the season and make the MAC Conference Championship, and we are ranked 12th. Our only loss came against Michigan, who went 9-3. It's his 7th in the nation as well. I mean, beat Kentucky, FCS, Air Force, and then the rest of the MAC. If we can beat Northern Illinois here, we do go to the college football playoff, but a loss, and we don't make it. But again, as an 86 overall, I've seen people with 86 overalls make it, but we just have to win this one. No, we did. We are 12-1, and everything improves. Championship contender and program tradition, and we are ranked 10th in the nation, beating Northern Illinois. We are the MAC champions for the first time here in these simulations. I get 6 catches, 94 yards, and a touchdown. But it will all just depend on where we are in the college football playoff. Are we going to get a bye? Are we going to be in the first round? We never know until pretty much now. Graham Knowles, quarterback out of Georgia Tech, wins the Heisman Trophy. 3,700 yards, 43 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. And we have a bye in the college football playoff. This is a weird one. What in the world is this one? Tulane at 16 gets 9-4. It's an automatic qualifier. Boston College, Nevada, who's 13-0, Penn State, who's 10-3, and Kent State, who's 12-1. All are automatic qualifiers. Man, words are hard. LSU, Michigan, Oregon, Kansas State, Clemson, and USC, Georgia Tech are the at-large bids. So we get to play the winner of USC or Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech just had the Heisman winner, but we could potentially face USC. You never know at this point, but our first ever college football playoff run is going to start in the quarterfinals, and we have to play USC in that quarterfinal matchup as well. They defeated Georgia Tech 34-31. There's also the same score in Kansas State, Clemson. LSU stomped Tulane, and Oregon beat Michigan. They have to play Nevada in that matchup. So hopefully, you never know what can happen in these, but hopefully maybe we can get a win and move on to the semifinals. But let's get started here against 10-3 USC. And they're in 87, so this is a lot closer matchup than I expected it to be. But hopefully, we can get a win. We can move on. And we'll be good. So, yeah. We're going to start on offense first here in this one. and the offense punts, but so does USC. Our next drive is a touchdown, so we take an early 7-0 lead before turning the ball over, and USC ties the game. And now they take a lead after getting 2 short fields in a row, and now have a 21-7 lead at the half, and they get the ball to start. So far, our offense really hasn't done anything since that second drive of the game, and it's 21-7 here in the fourth quarter. We go for it, we fail, and I think we can just go ahead and just go by quarter here. I don't think we're going to beat USC. I mean, other than the second drive of the game, that was our only time we scored. And USC will beat us 31-7. Which was not a fun game. It's probably one of the weirdest college football playoffs, though, in a long time that we've had. But yeah, ever since that second drive of the game, we just couldn't do anything. We kept turning the ball over. It just was not a good game for us. But at least we made the college football playoff in year number 5, and hopefully in year number 6 we can build upon this season, because we're not losing very many seniors this year as well. But pro potential, coach prestige both improve, and we are now a 2.5-star prestige. That is very, very nice. And LSU ends up winning it all over Kansas State, 24-10. Nevada ended up losing to Oregon, and LSU just stomped everybody. A 21-point game, a 12-point game, a 14-point game, and then a 14-point game. And Kansas State did beat Penn State by 3 and then USC by 4, so we would have to go up against Kansas State if we did get to that. But we put up the lowest amount of points in the college football playoff in this season. But all in all, that is going to end season 5. It is on to season 6 here with Kent State. And here we are in season number 6 here with Kent State. We go 12-0 on the season. Going undefeated, having to play Northern Illinois in the championship game, in the MAC Conference championship game. We played them earlier on in the year, and we won 27-20. We actually had to face 2 ranked opponents later on. I mean, FAU went 9-3. We gave them their first loss of the season. Northern Illinois, we gave them one of their 3 losses. And then after that, it was kind of an easier season for us. But, again, hopefully we can get a win here against Northern Illinois. Because if we do, we get another bye going in the college football playoff, and we won't have to play in the first round. But hopefully, it just depends on the simulations. If we can get a win, that'd be cool. And to get another bye going in the college football playoff. We were like a 90 overall as well, as I saw. We're 91, actually. And with a 92 offense, 91 defense, we did win. We were 13-0 on the season. Everything improves to at least a C. That's what you like to see. I'm going to see myself out. But anywho, yeah, MAC Conference Championship. And we had a guy get 12 catches, 287, and 4 touchdowns. My goodness. Okay. He wins National Offensive Player of the Week. I'm not surprised with that. But, of course, we get the Week 16, so we do have to go one more week. But we are going to get a bye since we are ranked 4th in the nation as well, especially being 13-0. So, we'll see how everything goes. Ty Slater wins the Heisman Trophy. 3,500 yards, 34 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. And, of course, we don't win any other awards, but we do get a bye going in the college football playoff with FAU, Kent State, Michigan, Georgia, and Miami as the automatic qualifiers, with Oklahoma, Oregon, Indiana, Tulane, Penn State, and Colorado UCF as the at-large bids. So, again, we just have to advance a week to see how everything goes here in the first round of the college football playoff because, again, we get a nice little bye week going into it. So, and the team that we'll be playing against is Oklahoma in the Peach Bowl. So hopefully we can do a little bit better. We do have to hire staff, which is a little unfortunate. We did lose our defensive coordinator. So we'll just hire you, I guess. I don't know. You're a motivator, so sure. I don't know. But we'll see how our college football playoff run goes. So let's get started here against 11-3 Oklahoma. And they're an 85. We are a 91. So we do have a big overall advantage. So hopefully we can take advantage of that and win a game here and move on to the next round. Because we are a 91 overall. We're a pretty strong team now. We're starting on offense first. It took us a while to get here, but we got here. Offensive drive, we go nowhere, but so does Oklahoma, and we get our first points of the game. It's 3-0 after quarter number 1. Second quarter, both defense have come to play, but we get a big touchdown. And just for half, nothing happens. So 10-0 at the half, and Oklahoma starts with a football and still another punt. It's 10-0 going in the fourth quarter. Both defenses have really done very well in this game. And then we get a big turnover, and just as I was saying, the defense comes up clutch. And another turnover. There's only 3 minutes left in the game. Oklahoma's got to be passing the football the rest of the time. They do get their first touchdown of the game, but there's only 2 minutes to go. We get a first down, and that's going to do it. We're going to win 17-7. It wasn't a pretty win, but the defense really stepped up. Only allowed 7 points in the whole game and only really 1 touchdown, and it was super late in the game anyways. So it's going to look a lot closer than what it was, but the offense did need to step up a little bit there, but I think we're going to be fine with this team. So we're moving on to next week into the semifinals and hopefully win that one and move on to the national championship. But we still got to win this next game, and it will be against, after we probably get the player of the week. Man, 3 sacks, 4 tackles, 1 for a loss. That's pretty good from our defensive tackle. Wins National Defensive Player of the Week as well. And we'll be playing Michigan in the Sugar Bowl. So they are the number 1 team in the nation. They defeated Oregon because Oregon defeated Indiana. Tulane beat Penn State and Georgia to now have to face Miami, who's also 14-0, just like us. So the winner of Michigan-Kent State will go face either Tulane or Miami in the national title game, but it all depends on this simulation. So let's get started here against 13-1 Michigan. They're going to be a tough team, and they're an 89. So this is a very close overall difference here compared to last week, like Oklahoma. It was a 6-point difference. This one is only a 1. So hopefully the defense can again step up and get stops. And the offense just needs to put up a couple points. We're starting on offense first in this one as well. And the offense goes down and gets a touchdown. The defense allows a touchdown as well. So both teams on their first drive get a touchdown. We punt, but so does Michigan. We turn it over, but nothing really happens here till we get a field goal just for the end of the half. It's 10-7. And then after those first drives, really nothing has happened in this game. It's 10-7, now 17-7. Another big touchdown, but then Michigan goes 3 plays and makes it a 3-point game, and they have a chance to tie. But the defense holds just enough, but we do have to punt. And Michigan takes the lead with 40 seconds to go, and we take the lead with zeros on the clock. Kent State beats Michigan 24-21 on a last-second touchdown. That was a huge touchdown because now we're going to the national championship. Can I just see that? I don't think I can, but I don't know why it's taking forever to... I've been holding A this whole time. I just want to view the highlights there. Obviously, it won't go too much, but we can go straight into the fourth quarter with 29 seconds to go. A 69-yard touchdown reception. Nice. For the win with 29 seconds to go in the game, which was absolutely huge. We don't get that. We don't win because we needed 4 points anyways. We didn't just need a field goal. But we're moving on. We're now 1 win away from having Kent State done. And hopefully we can get it done because it's another team down and yeah, only about 12 teams to go. And the final team that is standing in our way from having another team down after the Player of the Week awards go through is going to be Miami. Both teams are undefeated. This is also, Miami is one of the teams that we have yet to use here in this series yet. So they beat Colorado and Tulane by 5. They beat Colorado by 17. So hopefully we can score a lot more points and hopefully the defense can again shut them down and hopefully we can win another national championship. But both teams are 15-0 for a reason. They're an 89, we are 91. So just like last week against Michigan, we need to get stops and we need to score on offense. The defense has played out of their mind this entire run. Granted, yes, they allowed 14 points in the fourth quarter to Michigan, but they've allowed 21 points in the fourth quarter, but all in all, they've been pretty good besides that. But starting on defense first, and the defense gives up a touchdown. The offense goes nowhere. But in the second quarter, we tie the game. After that one drive, really, Miami hasn't done anything. And we put up 17 unanswered points. It's 17-7 at the half. Miami finally gets a touchdown and a field goal to tie the game. As I said, there was the 17 straight points. It's now 14 points straight from Miami. And now we have a turnover, and we have to kick a field goal from the 1. That's not what we needed. We need a touchdown there. But the defense holds, and now we have a chance to extend the lead, and we don't because we take multiple sacks. And now Miami just needs a field goal to tie the game, and they missed the field goal. And Kent State is going to be undefeated, going to win the national championship game. A couple of very close wins. But man, oh man. A 20-17 win. I think every game that we won was close. I mean, yeah, the Oklahoma game was a 10-point win. And we were up 17 points at one point in that game. But anything could have happened in those games. But Kent State wins it all. And it's another team down. We will gladly take it. 20-17. I mean, we scored only in 2 quarters, and so did they. But it was a big second quarter. And we just needed one more score in the 4th to really do it. So we go undefeated with Kent State here. And a couple of really good seasons back-to-back years. But we'll take a look at the stats, of course, before we go. And Hutchinson, 3,600 yards, 41 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. That's very, very good. Rushing-wise, 913 from Nathan with 7 touchdowns. And Teague also had 3 for 56 and 1. We only had 8 rushing touchdowns, which isn't a lot. But Teague and Leo both had over 1,000 yards with 17 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns respectively. Poindexter had 472 and 6. Nathan 333 with 3. Huff 321 and 4. Costanzo with 272 and 1. And Woollyhand had 3 catches, 19 yards, and a touchdown. Defensive-wise, Uwusu had 76 tackles. Peace had 11 tackles for a loss. And Fullerton had 14 sacks before he got hurt to lead the team. Nesbitt had 8 interceptions on the year. We did force a good amount of fumbles and recovered most of them. We had another injury at middle linebacker. Man, that sucks. We did have a blocked kick. No safeties, but we did have a defensive touchdown. So we'll take it. Kicking-wise, Diablo did miss 4 from 50 and 1 from 20. Was that blocked? No, we just missed it. He missed 5 field goals, but made every extra point. Punting-wise, 3,000 yards, 17 inside the 20, and 10 touchbacks. And no kicker punt returns for touchdowns in the national championship winning season. But that's going to do it for the episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit that like button down below. It is free. It really helps out the channel. Also, again, if you guys want to see a team that we have not done before, we only got about 12 teams to go, so it's kind of running out of time. Write a comment down below, and we'll get that started. Of course, this series will return in College Football 26. And, of course, we'll see the wheel in Episode 1. But whenever that wheel happens or whenever that episode happens, write a comment below in that episode so you can see other teams that you guys want to see to win national championships. Anywho, that's going to do it for the video. Hope you guys have a great day, week, weekend, whenever you guys are watching this. And I'm out. Peace.